Dear colleagues, I'd like to start my topic with the comment how the today have a session in Moscow was a session about the state council in Russian Gossovет, which was entered according by the proposals of Vladimir Zhirinovsky. About the session was about the transport, the internal transport of the inter city sites and inter towns communication. So, but this is a very this is not concise how this is a transport sessions. Session has concise how the early in the morning Ukraine drone fell down by the action of the radio electronic fight, fell down in the exhibition centers near the district of the Moscow city. This is and let's continue story. So the I don't know where is Russian political power will find money for the reconstruction, not reconstruction transport system in internal Russian communication. So the mostly transport means vessels had very old 30 in mountains 30 years. Jesus. So the and here we have demand demand of the necessary for the transport with the use alternative sources of the fuel. And the main message of this is a session, the controversy and blame of the region, how the Moscow wanted better resources for the change transport. And it's very interesting. This is the features of this session was how the metro didn't dispute on this session. Meanwhile, the advanced countries not only have using transport with the alternative sources. And about the metro, for example, the Paris metro had management of the train or the trains without the driver machinist. So in the locomotive have not driver, for example. And totally the about alternative sources with the fuel elements, no border, and the air taxi don't turn, and the air transport, helicopter transport not discussed. So the this is a share of the inter town and intertown communication very, very fair situation. And Sweden need 1 trillion ruble. This is about 100 billion euro, 10 billion euros or dollars for the reconstruction of the only the movement means. We are not telling about the roads, ways, and another transport infrastructure, and create the station of the charge for electricity. Jesus, Vladimir Putin open big problem for his activities. If we must calculation the last crisis of the automobile industry in Russia, and so we have the Chinese car which change Volkswagen, Toyota, Chevrolet, even the Korean Sonata, etc. And totally the Chinese auto car need to build in the Russia the station of the technical service of it. And certainly the Moskvich, the third, so-called, which achieved Sobyanin, also need the special technical service. Jesus. And so the Ukraine, about the Lutsk industrial plant I told above, and Sweden, which book Sweden. And meanwhile, Sweden spend money 200 billion Swedish crowns for the help to the Ukraine. But I think UK and Sweden Omnibus and Saab can to the use the potential of the LIV automobile plant, which during the Soviet period issued the bus. So the Ukraine will be built joint united bus, so-called omnibus, very famous omnibus. This is transport vessel will be collect best of distributed of two countries with the build or with the create of the two-floor buses. Let's go. Today we have information how the Brazil increased in 7 times Russian oil, and certainly the establish of the selling of the Russian oil prices of Russian oil. Although the Brazil had to have good profit, good profit for the buying of the Russian oil, and so the Russian oil. I think Brazil went by the road of the India, how the revoking the oil productive plants Russian oil. Brazil have profit of the removal of petroleum and to supplies into the market the oil productives, gas oil and others oil productives of the another countries, or also for the internal consumer. This is a way of the India, and it's very interesting. The India didn't return money for the import Russian oil. In sum, 39 billion US dollars. So this is 39. According to my calculation, this is one of the main reason for the jump of the Russian ruble who fell down, who fell down on the in to 10% last month. This is a sum, I think, will be stay in the Indian bank, and it's very interesting how the Russian politicians and the managing group afraid and fear as hell of the church the foreign currency. And about it, testified it decision of the permit Russian experts to stay and leave money for the export, including the, I think, hydrocarbon, or to the in the banks of the in the broad banks. So this is support in a bit support of the foreign bank system by the US dollars. This is big liquidities means which foreign banks can to use for their own development. This is a political bribe, and here the Smolenskaya Площадь, Smolenskaya have participation on it. So and certainly this is another way. The small little mirror a situation with the fresh assets of the Russian Central Bank, which stayed right now in the Swiss, and another banks of in the Europe, in particular to 2000 billion euros stayed in the French banks system. This is money of the Russian central banks, and the total in conclusion, all talks about the ride, the steel, and another stalled. This is only propaganda for the internal using. However, one of the Novgorodska or Pskovska Oblast open movement to the Stalin, Iosif. Jesus. Let's go there. It's very interesting story around game around Georgia State in the southeast of the United States. This is here Russian politicians and observers must be very attention with a big attention studying this is maneuvers not only U.S. Security and Justice Department. Sorry. Yeah. Oh Jesus! They don't know these words. Oh my God. Georgia have a capital, Atlanta town, and here this is a Georgia story. I think Donald Trump in the framework of the pre-election came to the use in our own interest for the foreign affairs program. Donald Trump is the spectacles in 2016 in campaign in 2016 campaign use this is situation was position had position as populism. So this is another story, and I think here Donald Trump and his team, pre-election team, must be used in the foreign affairs. This is fact, justice and security stories in the Georgia. I am allowing to myself to remain the expectations how the 2nd of the January 2021 Donald Trump called to the by telephone to the General Secretary of Georgia State. Jesus. And with the demand recalculated voters. And right now, Donald Trump here two controversial lawsuit with the criminal character, how the official justice blame Donald Trump to the change the result of the voters and did not recognize of the result of elections. But Donald Trump want and suppose to blame poor with the humanity rights, the right of the voice in this situation. But Donald Trump have another position, as I told, and I must have to repeat. Have a document with the Georgia State in the overseas, and this is another story. As you know, this is pre-election competition. Joe Biden had a benefit out over the Donald Trump, and certainly not amazing how the Republicans in the law field want to regain with the use of factor of the son of the valid president Hunter Biden. But it's very interesting how the Hunter Biden according to saying the indictment for him blame not be just criminal actions. He want to use the name of his father for the getting commercial dividends, not politicians. This is not here. We have not criminal, but maybe only blamed as a moral and but he held a politician, political ground. And so it's very interesting how the Joe Biden, as a vice president, have interfered in the process of the law, and others. Joe Biden, as said, White House, and also the Kamala Harris have it report with or statement in official level this is the process. So this is a sample of the independence law system in the United States. It is important. It is important to note. Don't how the blame and another problem, law problem of the Hunter Biden. But here the usual, law game, how the Hunter Biden want to have a deal with the investigations. To point prosecutor of the state Delaware, Mr. Weiss, who had high position this is taxes and the keeping of the fire weapon did not register without registration. So this is the usual story for the American law system, how they deal with the investigation. No biggest problem, but and certainly this situation, according to the existence of the law system in the no shares of the United States, have a separated situation. We have not Konkaj Hunter Biden, the son of and Joe Biden want to advance own person as the candidate of the campaign 2024. This is a difference. So, also, the Donald Trump maybe blamed as a criminal, and but this is don't be think about how he became as a candidate as the 47th president of the United States of America. So this is a long story, and certainly the VTB Bank, one of the rival of the Sber, will be staff changes. What will Viktor Bortnikov, the son of the Alexander Bortnikov, chief of Lubyansk Square, will be new position in this story. This is very interesting. So thank you. Bye bye.